Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'm here for you and your mindset. And today, you read the title, talking about judging ourselves, right? Hurting ourselves and throwing this pain and this guilt all over ourselves for doing something wrong, making a wrong move, making a bad decision in life, choosing the wrong option, failing at a test or failing at something, or sending the wrong message, or calling the wrong person, or saying the wrong thing, or getting hurt because it didn't happen in the way we wanted it to happen. This is what we do to ourselves all the time. I don't know how often you do it, but I've done it plenty in my life. Why did I do this? Why didn't I go to the gym today? Why did I eat that piece of cake? Why did that happen? I'm so stupid. If you wouldn't have ate that cake, you would have felt better. You would have gone to the gym. Why did that happen? Why did I yell at my kids? Why did I make this dumb financial move? Why did I quit this job? Why did all of this happen? And we judge ourselves so heavily, so much. We hurt ourselves after we already made the mistake. This is what happens. This is what we do. We become guilty for the choices that we made in the past that resulted in a negative effect on our life now. But at that moment, we didn't know that that was the wrong choice. We didn't realize that that was going to lead our life negatively, because we would never have chosen that if it was. So we are upset, literally, for the version of ourselves before we made that decision, not knowing what he only knows after he made that decision or she made that decision. Wrap your head around that. We are mad at the past version of ourselves that chose incorrectly, that had a negative effect on our life, and made that wrong decision now. That they only would have known it's the wrong decision after the fact that they made it. And we are mad at that. Wrap your head around it. Watch this again. But that's what we're mad at. That version of ourselves that doesn't even know that it's wrong. We don't know that's the wrong thing to do. Because if we did, obviously we would have done it better. Right? We would have said it better. We could have said it more clearly. We could have gone to the gym. We would have made a better decision. We wouldn't have hurt ourselves or that person or our family, our finances, whatever it was. But we judge and we hurt and we throw all these bad words about ourselves. You're an idiot. You're so stupid, Lorenzo. Why did you make that decision? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you study harder for that test? Why didn't you do better interviewing for those questions? Whatever it was, we hurt ourselves so much in our heads and our minds over and over again. You're so stupid. Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? You're so dumb. Dang. And now I have all this hate for myself that I didn't know any better. How are you supposed to be okay with that in yourself ever? How are you supposed to grow? How are you supposed to trust yourself? How are people supposed to like you if you don't even like that yourself? So instead of judging so much of the past self that doesn't know right or wrong, just knows what the best thing and made the best decision that they can at that moment, instead of judging that, just be curious. Just be interested. Just listen. And just see what unfolds. Be curious to why the past version of Lorenzo made that decision. I wonder what he was thinking. I wonder what led up to that. I wonder why he didn't go to the gym at all this week. I wonder why he didn't drink any water this week. I wonder why he yelled at his kids earlier this day. I wonder what happened in that moment. Be curious to what happens. Be interested. And don't throw all these words at yourself. I hate myself. I shouldn't have done this. I should have known better. I'm a better person than this. But you did the best you could in that moment. You did. I promise you did. I promise you did the best you could with whatever circumstance whatever you were thinking at that moment. I promise you did. So knowing that you always do the best you can, and if you don't do the best you can, then this is me telling you to do the best you can. So knowing that you do the best you can at every moment, no matter what circumstances are happening, no matter what mindset you're in. Stop hurting yourself, because that's literally the only thing you could have done. You couldn't have made the better decision. You didn't know it was. So just be curious to that. Be interested in that old self. What was he thinking? What was Lorenzo thinking at that time? What was he doing? What led up to that? How can I do it better? Of course, learn from it. Of course, try not to do it again. But just don't throw the hurt on yourself as much, because that has to be all taken off. It's like putting on all this extra weight and carrying it around all the time. Let's just be curious and be like, what is this? And then let it down. Oh, what is this? No, I don't hate myself today, and put that down. I'm put this down. And start taking that luggage off of you until you can be your authentic self and love it. That's all I have. Stop judging and start being curious. I'm asking you a question. What's your next step? See y'all tomorrow.